Hey there, it's Lisa with freefaxreview.com, and today I'm reviewing eFax. They offer 3 ways of sending faxes online, and I figured I'd just walk you through all 3 of those right off the bat and show you what they look like. The first method is straight through email. You just address the message to the target fax number at efaxsent.com, and do make sure to include the country code, which is why I have the leading 1 here, since this is being addressed to a United States fax number. Then you attach the document or image that you would like to fax. You can attach up to 10 to any one message, and then you hit send and send it off on its merry way, and then you would shortly get confirmation to let you know that the fax has indeed gotten to where it's going. Now if you bear with me for just a second, I'll log into my eFax account and show you what the web interface looks like. And I do like that they let you use your actual eFax number as the login instead of requiring you to remember a completely random ID number that they would assign to you. There are a couple of other fax services that do that, and I think it just makes things more complicated than it has to be. It gives you yet another number to keep track of that you just don't really need. Speaking of making things complicated, or in this case, keeping things as simple as they really are, I do like the eFax web interface very much. I'm a big fan of simple, easy to use interfaces that leave you just a couple options to choose from, as they do here. If you wanted to actually send a fax, all you do is click here and then fill in the relevant information. You could choose from contacts if you've imported any from your address book. I have not done so yet, so I would just put the target fax number right down here. The cover page is optional. You can opt out of that if you'd like to. And then again, you just attach whatever file you would like to send. Here, maybe I would want to send myself some more clip art. You have a couple more options to choose from here. So I would receive confirmation that the fax was actually sent at freefaxreview@gmail.com. And again, you can choose between a couple of options for transmission quality. And then right here, again, off the fax would go. Now, your final option for sending faxes, and this also works for receiving faxes, by the way, is eFax Messenger, which is an optional download. You do not have to use it, but if you do, it is available in both a Mac and a Windows version, and you can also get it for use on a U3 drive. When you first open eFax Messenger, you get a little welcome screen, and actually that's right here, that walks you through the basic functions of the program. One kind of interesting function that you'll see is that you can use eFax Messenger as a printer for faxing from your other software programs. And all that means is that you would open any software program that's capable of printing, say Microsoft Word or even Preview for opening a PDF if you're on a Mac. And then you would open the document that you'd like to transmit. You select print as if you were going to print the file, but then when you have a chance to select the printer, you would opt for fax with eFax Messenger as the actual printer, and that'll automatically convert your document into a fax and open the compose fax dialog so you can send it out over the internet. You can also fax directly from within the Messenger program just by opening the file you'd like to fax, which I've already done here. I have a nice little photo of a bear print that I took a few years ago, and then you come up here to this button for fax this document, and it works more or less the same way the web interface would work. You put in the target fax number, or you look through your address book, optional cover page. You have the option of adding more documents or images, and again, you can include a reference, or you can choose between a couple of options for transmission quality. Oops, give me just a second to back out of this. Now let's talk about pricing. eFax has 2 paid plans, eFax Plus, eFax Pro. You're going to pay a setup fee for either one. It costs $10 for the setup on an eFax Plus account, or $19.95 for setup on an eFax Pro account. After that, your monthly rate is $16.95 for Plus or $19.95 for Pro. If you commit to a full year of service, you get a discount that's equivalent to 2 months free for either plan. And that just brings your monthly rate down. So $14.13 per month on eFax Plus, $16.63 per month on ePlus Pro. The Plus plan comes with 150 free sent pages and 150 free received pages per month. The Pro plan comes with 200 free sent pages and 200 free received pages per month. If you exceed any of those quotas, so if you exceed your sent quota or you exceed your received quota in any given month, you're going to pay 10 cents per extra page that is applied to that particular quota, but you won't be charged for those overage pages just one at a time. Instead, you're automatically billed $10 for a refill, as it were, of 100 pages as soon as you go into overage. And that is a fairly standard practice with online fax services. The actual refill amounts usually vary anywhere from $5 to maybe even $25. I do prefer services that give you just one allowance of free pages per month, just so you know, and then they let you use those free pages however you like for sending or receiving. So for example, I think eFax could make a huge improvement in their service right away just by combining those quotas, and on the Plus plan giving you 300 free pages to do anything with as you'd like every month, or on the Pro plan giving you 400 free pages every month. And that way, if you do a lot of sending but not a lot of receiving, or vice versa, then you're less likely to tip over into overage fees because of that. eFax's pricing is not that great also in terms of the free pages they offer you. So just for the sake of comparison, you can get at least 500 free pages per month at a cost of less than $10, and usually with no setup fee either, from services like MetroFax, Nextiva, and Fax Better. Ring Central offers fairly similar and very competitive pricing, and they also have a lot of great features to choose from. Now let's see, a few other things you might want to know about eFax. You can authorize up to 5 email addresses to access your eFax account, and you can also send international faxes. In fact, when you first sign up, you have the option of choosing a local or toll-free number, and you can even choose from some local numbers that are located in other countries. eFax does offer a slew of other features, including large file transfer capability, which could be useful, and you automatically get voicemail capability on your fax line when you sign up for your eFax Pro membership. They also have a mobile app that lets you fax a photo of documents. So you take a photo through your mobile device's camera, and then you're just emailing the photo to somebody else. And eFax does also offer 24-hour customer service. But if I were you, I wouldn't actually get too distracted by any of those features unless you actually expect to use them. And that wraps up my review of eFax. Again, I'll just say it one more time. They do have some really great features, but the pricing isn't so great, and you can actually find most of those other features through other fax services. As I mentioned before, Ring Central is a great full-featured service that also comes at a great price. They really beat eFax's pricing out of the ballpark, and they do, by the way, include voicemail capability with their fax line if that's one of the features that appeals to you. Or if pricing is your bottom line, you can have a look at MetroFax, Nextiva, and even Fax Better for some really great deals. You'll find reviews of those fax services and many more at freefaxreview.com.